All right, so fun. Why is it important? Why does it matter? And how is this connected to living your life on purpose? Well, let's talk about it. So what does fun mean, right? To me, fun is being yourself. Fun is maybe being a little bit silly. Fun is impulsive. Fun is just doing whatever kind of comes naturally to you, right? So, this is a really important topic when you start thinking about career and work and job satisfaction. Because clearly, if you're having fun, you're going to experience a certain level of satisfaction. You're going to be feeling good. So, why is this such a problem? How come fun seems to be so hard to come by sometimes? Sure, we can find it on the weekends. We can find it on the weekends, excuse me, the evenings, if we still have the energy, right? So, um, this is a big deal, uh, for a couple of reasons. One is if your job isn't that much fun, well, there's a good chance it's going to be draining. And so what happens when we experience a draining work life is we don't always have that much energy left over in the evenings or the weekends to have fun. And what's the sum total of that? Well, it's a life that I would argue lacks a certain level of purpose. Like, what's the point in life when you're not enjoying yourself, right? Uh, versus enjoying yourself. How could enjoying yourself give your life a sense of purpose and meaning? I'm going to let you kind of think on that one for a little bit, um, because it's not incredibly clear, but having fun and enjoying yourself in and of itself is meaningful. I would go as far to argue that the meaning of life and the purpose of life is to live in enjoyment. And again, enjoyment is another way of saying you're doing things that you're good at. You're doing things that are in alignment with your interests, your values, and what you care about. Right? That's the entire theme. And so the work in working through a career coaching program has everything to do with taking you from a place of misalignment where your job is not in congruence with who you are as a person. So we figure out who you are as a person, what matters to you most, what activities give you a sense of meaning. Those activities are the same activities that you find most fun, right? And then we put together a blueprint for a work life that is in alignment with those qualities, right? So that's it. If you're somebody who is really into sports, for example, let's say you're just really you played sports as a kid, you love watching sports, and your whole large part of your life growing up was sports. Well, wouldn't it make sense to find some way to incorporate sports into your working life? Now, I'm not saying go out and become a professional athlete because, that's not realistic. I love music. I'm not going to go out and try and become a musician, right? But there are ways to find quality of that and incorporate that into your life, right? There's so many different opportunities out there that we need to narrow it down based upon your interests. So yeah, fun. It's important, right? Pay attention to the things that you enjoy. Do more of the things that you like and less of the things that you don't like. I mean, these are really the secrets to living a good life, to a satisfied life. More of the things that you like, less of the things that you don't like. Yeah, Adam, this is common sense, right? So you're here telling me stuff that I already know. Well, yeah. Okay, so let's say you already know this. Well, why aren't you living this, right? Why aren't all of us living this? Well, that's, it's a little bit complicated to answer that question, but suffice to say, it's not easy, right? We're not exactly pushed in the direction of doing things that we like, right? We're oftentimes pushed in the direction of doing things that we don't like, right? In the name of practicality, in the name of making compromises for something safe, something predictable, right? There are very well-intentioned people in our lives that steer us in the direction of, hey, just get a job, get something that pays well, that's got good benefits, right? And you'll be fine, because hey, that worked for us, and that worked for our parents, and we were fine. So I'm sure that'll work for you. Well, that doesn't work anymore, right? Just getting a job in our current culture and society, that doesn't cut it. We need more than that. We need to have a sense of meaning, right? Maybe back in the day when people just had a regular kind of 9 to 5 that paid the bills, maybe that was enough. Maybe they were deriving their sense of meaning and purpose from other things, right? So that's what the task is here, is to cultivate greater meaning, greater purpose. And if you work with me, we're going to hone in on what you care about. Right? We're going to hone in on what your interests are, because these are the clues that we use to construct the blueprint for your new life. Right? And then, the easy work starts when we have the blueprint. Work on your resume, get on LinkedIn, do some networking, set up some interviews, prep for those interviews, receive offers, negotiate offers, start new job, get going. That stuff is very linear, it's very, very straightforward, something I work with all of my clients on once we get to that point. That's easy, right? The hard part is the blueprint. The hard part is figuring out how do we apply those techniques and strategies in a way that makes sense, right? And fun is the secret. What do you enjoy? Do more of that. What do you hate? What drains you? Let's leave that out. Let's make sure that it's not anywhere near our blueprint for your new career. So that's it. I'm going to leave it at that. And I hope you guys found this interesting.